Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer taking a look at race number 7 at Laurel Park on Saturday. It's the Grade 3 Run Happy Barbara Fritchie Stakes. Let's take a peek at this field. Fillies and mares going 7 furlongs for the Barbara Fritchie. $250,000 is the purse. 9-5 on Saguaro Road for Jose Lascano. Michael Stidham, very impressive winner last time out in a stakes race in New York.
Horse has been in very good form shipping in. She's run well at Laurel before. She has a lot going for her in this race.
Down towards the rail is Anna's Bandit, and she's one of the more popular horses on the circuit. A West Virginia bred that's won 16 of 33 starts. She had a 6-race win streak snapped last time out. I'm curious to see where Timeform US has her on the pace projector. She has her in mid-pack. The pace projector believes that this is a blue bar scenario, which will favor horses on or near the early lead, and I agree. I think the 3, Blue-Eyed Girl, the 5, Victim of Love, they are the main speeds. Maybe Anna's Bandit gets a little bit aggressive. I don't think she has that kind of speed.
I don't know if she does either, but she has shown that she does not need the lead to be effective. I expect her to get a good trip in this race. Blue-Eyed Girl, the horse they have on the lead, that horse has been razor sharp.
Anna's Bandit, as I mentioned, had that 6-race win streak snapped under difficult circumstances in the Geisha last time out, going a 1-turn mile. It's a little far for Anna's Bandit, the 1-turn mile. We're going to watch that race right now. And the horse on the lead, Artful Splatter, came back to win at Laurel on Thursday for the 5th consecutive time. We see Anna's Bandit. She's very game on the outside, and it looks like she has dead aim right here on Artful Splatter. Now watch Artful Splatter duck out to the outside, and it's going to force Anna's Bandit to take up and change back to her left lead and now drop her down to the rail. Do you think it cost her the race?
I thought it did. I mean, I guess you can't really say 100% positivity that she was going to win this race. I think she was going to. I think she was badly compromised by that. I was coming out on her, and I thought a serious case could have been made for Artful Splatter to be disqualified and make it 7 in a row for Anna's Bandit. She has been on a roll. 7 furlongs is no problem for her, and she's going to get a nice trip in this race.
The turn back for her is really what the doctor ordered. She loves 7 furlongs, and she should get a good ground-saving, pace-tracking trip, well, not too far away from the splits. Most of her damage, let's be honest, has been done against Maryland breds. This is a tougher field than what she's used to, but she is so honest and tough. You must respect Anna's Bandit. The number 2 is Saguaro Road. This is your morning line favorite. She's won 2 out of her last 3 races, going the 7 furlongs in New York, and I really like the way she won the Interborough over a wet track last time out. She saved ground early, then she swung 4 wide, and was a really nice move by Jose Lascano to get her out in the clear. Once she did, she just blows by everybody.
This is her trip. They like to get her rolling through the turn on the outside. They don't want her inside behind horses getting stopped. She just comes up on the outside, and when she's good, she'll take races over and win them like this. Maybe coming wide in this race could potentially compromise her, Dan, but I don't know. She has shown, I think it doesn't look like on paper, I think that she has a lot of tactical speed, but she actually does. She does not get outrun early in her races. She makes that mid-move on the turn, and she has been strong in her recent races.
And her prior race at Laurel, while she was the beaten favorite, I thought it was a good race because she did not break well that day at all, and she ended up 3-4 wide on the turn, and she finished with a little bit of interest that day. This just seems like a nice spot for her to get a graded stakes win. The 3 is Blue-Eyed Girl, and you can't argue with the results for Blue-Eyed Girl. She has won her last 3 races, 4 out of her last 5 for trainer Marco Sueletta. We expect her to be on the lead, as she was last time out on January the 11th. She has already made the front. Nightlife is a 25-1 shot that can't step with Blue-Eyed Girl. Neither can anybody else in this field. There's no closing going on. Blue-Eyed Girl dominates. She's taken a big step up in class.
It really is a big test for her. She's been really sharp in her last 3 races, but I think it is worth pointing out that she's had pretty soft trips in all of them, and she's sort of taken advantage, but obviously she's winning these races very easily in the exacta in 7 straight races. She's been favored in all of them, though. She ain't going to be favored in this race.
Majestic Reason, no match for Anna's Bandit on a couple of occasions, no match for Saguaro Row up in New York. Got away from those horses last time out in the Willa on the Move Stakes, going 6 furlongs, and just got a great ride by Trevor McCarthy. We turn into the stretch, and Trevor had the rail. White Cap just shoots right up the inside right here, and I think that made all the difference in this race. She's very game to win by 3/4 of a length, but she had the ground-saving trip that just worked out for her. I'm a little bit concerned about her going 7, and I think she needs a little bit of pace to help.
I kind of agree with all that stuff. I'm actually a fan of hers. I like her as a horse. I wonder if she wants to go 7, especially against horses like this. She can get the right trip in this race, though. She's another horse who doesn't, necessarily want to be on the lead, but she doesn't have to be far away from it. She was very game to win that race we just watched.
Victim of Love, the 5 Timeform US has in sort of the catbird seat, sitting second off of the other long shot pace setter better in a slow pace situation. She's won 2 out of her last 3 races, including the What a Summer last time out at Laurel. She was battling with Hey Mama Luke, the horse down on the rail, and you can just see that horse floundering right now. That 2-to-1 shot. Victim of Love finishes this off nicely, but Need Supervision is a horse we have to talk about. A horse that's going to be rallying widest into second. She was the beaten favorite in this race, but she had legitimate excuses.
Yeah, I thought so too. I don't want to take anything away from the winner of this race. She bumped at the start, but she actually got a good trip and just took over in the stretch. Once she got herself in front at the top of the stretch, that race was over. Need Supervision, I thought was just badly compromised at the start of the race. She took a good bump at the start of the race, wound up way back off the pace. I thought she was actually finishing very well at the end.
And Need Supervision was compromised 2 back as well in the Go for Wand handicap.
No
You see that she finished behind Saguaro Road, but remember that was a race with no pace. Saguaro Road at least got up close to the pace that day. Need Supervision had no shot. You go back to the safely kept, that is more like it for Need Supervision. And you know something? She runs that race, she's going to be real tough in this spot.
I think she is.
Let's take a look at our top pick for the Run Happy Barbara Fritchie Stakes. Saguaro Road just too sharp to ignore right now, Mike.
Yeah, I think you put it perfectly, Dan. I think they found a really nice spot to ship her in and try for a graded stakes here. She has been in really good form. I'm not going to go against her. I respect Anna's Bandit down on the inside. Needs Supervision on the outside. I'm going to throw her in as well.
I respect Saguaro Road. I think she's the horse to beat and agree with you, but I really like the way Victim of Love can get into the race, and I'm hoping the Timeform US Pace Projector is right. Not sure if Blue Eyed Girl classes up with this field. If Victim of Love can get the same trip as last time, she might be making the front turning for home. Then it's a question of whether she's good enough to hold off some nice closers. I know the price will be right for Victim of Love. 5243 for me, 2146 for Mike. Run Happy Barbara Fritchie, grade 3 at Laurel on Saturday. Race number 7 with an approximate post time of 3:20 Eastern. Best of luck.